You probably just talk about what was working out there, especially in that first half.
Momentum was going our way, feeling it. Defensively and offensively, first turnovers, easy layups for us. Everything was going our way.
Jabarie, that spin move that you had going on, how many times have you done that in practice? Who have you victimized in practice on that move?
I didn't really do it in practice, to tell you the truth. I don't think I did it the whole season in practice yet. But it's something I did, and I know how to do. I just did it today.
So what brings it on, and just what you kind of just saw in a split second?
Yeah, when I drove, he's forcing me that way, so I just spin quickly, switch directions. So got advantage.
You played better with that haircut?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Had to get a haircut.
Does anyone need Gary Brown?
What brought that on? Girlfriend?
Nah, not even. I just felt it's time for a change. I just went and got a haircut. That's all.
Jabarie, what did it feel like in that first half? I mean, when the momentum completely switched to you guys, you stopped them from scoring for the final 9.5 minutes. I mean, what did it feel like out on that court?
It felt really good. I just did everything simple. I took whatever they gave me, basically. It was a good first half.
Did you know you guys could get inside against him in the paint, even with the big shot blocker?
Yeah, definitely. Dennis, he's a tough kid. He goes at anybody. I feel he can go at anybody in the country. He's a tough guard. That's what we did. Got him in foul trouble.
What about you and Gary and Truck, though? You guys seem like you thought you could dribble in there and score, too.
Yeah, kind of challenge him a little bit. We didn't want to back off of him. Kind of challenge him, try and draw fouls on him and stuff like that.
Did you come into the game with a conscious effort to score more, or was it just what you were seeing? You felt like you had that opportunity?
Yeah, it was just what I saw. I took whatever they gave me, like I said before. I didn't come in the game like, I'm going to score this. I just came in the game, just do what I do.
Closed the first half on a 19-2 run after Huggins got his technical. What changed from that point on?
We just turned it up more defense. Basically that's what we did. We turned it up more defense and let you easy buckets.
You obviously had a really great offensive game, but it seemed like you were kind of leading the defense in the backcourt, making a lot of steals and forcing it to go the other way. Anything particular? You're just going after the ball more?
Yeah, being more aggressive. I felt that I haven't been more aggressive how I used to be, so I'm just trying to do that now. I'm trying to make it consistent.
Jabarie, if I think I remember correctly, you said that you kind of like playing off guard because that's what you're used to in high school. Are you more comfortable out there with Gary out there? Because he seems like he's more of the traditional point guard. I know it's the same thing in the offense, but it seems like you play well together.
Yes, definitely. But at the end of the day, I'm my height and stuff. I'm gonna be a point guard. So it's either way to me, basically. Yeah.
But with him out there, you don't have to necessarily worry about bringing the ball up every time. It's a little bit easier.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. We alternate back and forth, but for the most part, yeah, he always, when all three of us is in, he's running the one.
When you were talking about switching directions earlier, how much of an asset is that for you? Is that one of your strengths, or?
Yeah, it's all about just reading the defender. He got you beat. You just got to switch fastly, cut his shoulder off, and just attack. Try and make a play.
Jabarie, is the game starting to slow down for you a little bit at this point? Are you being able to make some plays that you weren't able to a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm feeling more comfortable. Getting a good feeling of it. I think it did slow down.
You guys seem to execute better in the half court tonight. What was that from? You got a lot of step-in shots, good looks at the basket.
Yeah, we ran good offense and we passed the ball. Got it inside, got easy layups. When they double team, our big men, they kicked it back out and got us open shots. So that's what we basically did.
You got a nice little ovation when you left the court in the second half. How'd that feel coming off? 5th game as a freshman already getting a hand like that?
It felt real good, I love all the fans, it was a good feeling.